Hey YouTube, it's Monica. So I'm going to do another cooking video for you guys. Tonight I'm going to make you, they're pizza shells, but my twins like to call them pizza gyoza, which is Japanese for dumplings. They're not dumplings, but that's what they like to call them. So I'm going to show you guys real quick what you're going to need for the recipe. Okay, so this is what you're going to need. You're going to need jumbo shells. You're going to need a jar of spaghetti sauce. We're using the Bertolli marinara sauce. You're going to use a thing of ricotta, a bag, about 2 cups or so of cheese. You're going to need pepperonis, 2.5 pounds of sausage, some minced garlic, half an onion, and half a bell pepper. Okay, so my water is boiling, so we're going to go ahead and dump the noodles in. This is what they look like before you stick them in the water, but they do plump up after they've been cooked. I'm just following the basic directions, which are on the back of the box. Real simple. So we're just going to go ahead and dump these in here. Be careful not to splash yourself. I have already salted my water. And that's pretty much all I've done to the water. You can add a little bit of olive oil if you don't want your noodles to stick, but I have skipped that step. So you just let them boil for about 14 to 15 minutes, and then we'll get back to you. Okay, so we just added our noodles into the boiling water. So now while our noodles are boiling, we're going to go ahead and add our sausage to our skillet and go ahead and start cooking that while the noodles boil. I've already turned on my skillet to go ahead and get it to start heating up. As it reaches the heat, we're going to go ahead and just start breaking it apart. If you do not have one of these, you should definitely purchase one of these. These are Paula Deen's, her cookware. You should definitely purchase those. It's real useful when you're breaking up meats like this. Okay, while your noodles are cooking and your sausage is browning, you can go ahead and start chopping your bell pepper and your onion and your pepperonis. We're going to chop the pepperonis instead of trying to poke these big, giant, round ones into a shell. Okay, when your sausage is almost done cooking, where you still see some of the pink, the brown mixed in, you're going to take a teaspoon of the minced garlic, and we're going to go ahead and stir that in and cook it into the sausage. If you really like garlic, add 2. I added 2. So we're going to go ahead and stir that in and let that finish cooking, and then we will show you the next step. Okay, our noodles are done cooking, so what we've done, we've just dumped them in a strainer, and we're going to go ahead and put them into an ice bath. Just take a big bowl full of ice water and stick your noodles in there. Make sure all of them are covered to let them kind of chill out. That way when you get ready to put your stuffing in them, they hold their shape. So while your noodles are chilling, go ahead and preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Okay, so now that our noodles have had their ice bath, I just strained them again and put them back into the big bowl so I can just grab them out as I'm putting the filling in. So now we're working on the filling. Our sausage is completely done cooking. Just make sure it's not pink, anything like that. Go ahead and when it's done, strain the grease off of the sausage and go ahead and dump it in your mixing bowl. So now we're going to add our ricotta, which I forgot to mention earlier, it's just 15 ounces of ricotta. So we're just going to go ahead and squeeze that into our sausage. How easy was that? We're going to go ahead and kind of get that mixed up just a little bit so when we add our other ingredients, it mixes a little bit better. The warmth of the meat should help the ricotta move around a little bit and be a little more manageable. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and dump in our onions and bell pepper. And then we're going to dump in our pepperoni that we have cubed up. scrape it off the board. Don't worry about it, it's not going to stain your board. And then we're just going to keep mixing this until everything is well blended, and then once I've accomplished that, I will come back and show you how to stuff the shells. Okay, so we've got this pretty well mixed. Now we're going to go ahead and add in our cheese. You can try a handful, and if that looks like plenty for you, you're not a big cheese lover, then fine, but we're going to just go for it all and dump the 2 cups in. It's supposed to be pizza. Pizza's chewy, right? I mean, it's real cheesy. So we're just going to go ahead and mix this in with the rest of the stuff. And yes, I'm getting it all over my counter. And then we will be back. Okay, all of our ingredients are mixed very well into this bowl, as you can see. And so now we're just going to take our noodle that has been chilled and a spoonful of the stuffing, and we're just going to stuff the shell, just like so. And it's a little bit easier if you get a spoon that is a little bit smaller so it's workable. And then you're just going to stick them in your pan, and you're just going to continue the process until all of your noodles are stuffed. You will make 2 9x13 pans of these stuffed noodles if you lay them the way that I have laid them. So I'm just going to continue stuffing my noodles, and then I will be back to show you the next step. Okay, now that we have stuffed our shells, and as you see we have a pan full of them, we're just going to go ahead and take our marinara sauce, a spoonful of it, and just kind of go down the line. Just go back and forth. A jar of this will coat, like I said before, 2 9x13 pans of these shells lined up as I have them here. So if you want more sauce, you can get another jar and make them really saucy, but I prefer them this way so you can taste all of the different flavors. Just kind of make sure they're all covered like so. And then once they are covered like that, you are going to put them into the oven. You're just going to put them in and bake them for about 15 to 20 minutes just to make sure that they are cooked through and through. Make sure all the insides are nice and warm and the cheese is melted. And then we'll come back to show you the finished result. Okay, so they're done cooking, so I'm going to cut into one of these bad boys just to show you guys what it looks like. Doesn't really matter if it's all messy or not, you're going to eat it, but look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? You can pair it with some garlic bread and a salad and you are good to go. So that's it for my pizza stuffed shells, or as my kids call them, pizza gyoza. So yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions, just leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, YouTube.